let's see if we can find the stream. Hopefully it isn't too far away. Let's see here. We've got F6, there's F2. Still waiting on ours, at least. There is F8. Let me make sure the audio is working as it should be. Yep, the audio is working. And the stream, and so is the chat. So cool. Stream's up, the chat's up. And we're all good to go. That is absolutely fantastic. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the FA Championship here on PSGL. I'm Katie997, your new commentator for tonight, and this time we are racing in the very first round at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia for the Spanish Grand Prix. This track was first introduced back in 1991 in Formula 1 and has been home to the Spanish Grand Prix ever since then. The track consists of 16 turns and 2 DRS zones, which are pretty much limited to overtaking here around this racetrack here at Barcelona, with the aids of DRS leading down towards turn 1 and the back straightaway that leads into the newly reprofiled turn 10. But otherwise, like I mentioned, the passing here will be quite limited, so of course the drivers will have to try to follow as best they can and hopefully to get a good run out of any of those corners to get get good exit speeds and get the overtakes done at 1 and 10. There are some areas of concern to go through. Pretty much turn 3, I have noticed in this game that if you use too much on the inside of turn 3, for whatever reason the car will spin out, and also turn 7 and 8, it's very easy to use too much of the curb. There's a sausage curve now in this game. You gotta make sure you do not go over that. And then of course, probably the biggest concern out of them all is turn 9, the high right-hander that leads into the second DRS zone. You got to be very careful. I have seen a lot of accidents that have happened there in the past. But that is it in terms of the introduction. I can now introduce my co-commentator for tonight, and that is Storm King. Storm, you did talk to me about this grid earlier. You are very familiar with this sort of grid here for tonight. What can you tell me at least a bit more about these people in terms of your experience?
Yeah, no, of course, and obviously welcome to everyone back to PSGL for obviously season 33 here on the PlayStation tiers. Obviously Monday night, the no assist tiers, I believe they're still the same. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we've got obviously Pachuca, a former F9 driver from season 31. Tristan was, I believe, also PSGL last season. Can't remember the tier he was in, but I think he has made quite a significant jump. Play Tendo, he's another one that could potentially, I think, take a championship contender spot. Obviously, we've got Blacks, the American, for QRT. It'll be interesting to see how the QRT drivers obviously go with obviously Jimmy. I think is your outright pretty much championship contender. But at the moment, anybody is up for grabs for the contender, obviously being in that driver championship, because they're all on 0 points. So it's going to be interesting championship, obviously who goes where, and be interesting to see because one QRT is in Mercedes and the other one is in the Ferrari. So they're not going to be teammates; they're going to be rivals on track. As yeah, we've had our first one who has left the session.
That's true, Doozy. Sour Doozy, I think that was the one. Oh, okay, well that's very interesting. But yeah, I barely know anybody from this grid. The only one I mentioned to you, like I mentioned earlier, is Blacks, because I have raced with him in the past. I used to race with him back in F1 2021 in another league. I know he's a very aggressive driver. He definitely likes to send it no matter what. He definitely doesn't like to muck about, that's for sure. But yeah, you did mention about this tier. It's also a no assist tier. So yeah, pretty much from F1 to F8, if you are familiar, or you're just new to this, basically every single driver is using no assist whatsoever. So they are manually controlling these cars to the best of their ability, and they don't have racing lines. So they have to not only manually control the cars, they also have to pinpoint their braking points and also whatever line they have to use. So yeah, we'll have to see how this goes here, of course, as we will probably get some times on the board. Got a few drivers on out laps, see if we can find anybody, as Jimmy will be the first one to do a lap. He does a 1:17.9. 1.3 to kick it off. Very respectful lap time from the Mercedes driver. As Dodge Tricky goes second, only by 3 thousandths to him. And 118 for HP Gamer.
Yeah, as the times are coming in, I have a feeling that we could see some traction moments here because obviously as a racer as myself, and I'm sure that you probably race yourself as well, this track for me, it feels like it's all about the traction. Planting the car down, getting that gas or throttle, straight on, but you don't want to be doing it too quickly because I noticed with the no traction, you can spin the car very, very easily, especially coming through those turns 1, 2, and 3. That main first sector, as Playtendo is setting the bar at the moment. As I say that, FXR, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. If you've watched PSGL before, you'll know I am ridiculously bad for pronouncing names. So we either go with the first 3 letters or we just call them the whatever car they're driving. So it's, yeah, the times are coming in, but that 16.8 might be beaten.
Yeah, that's actually a very good lap. That's a banker as well, too. From I think it's, I'll pronounce it if I can, Aguado, but I think that's what we'll call you, I guess.
Yeah. I think we've settled that one then.
I guess
we'll let you pronounce names for the rest of the season.
I'll do the best I can. I mean, I won't be perfect. I have butchered names too as well, so we're pretty much on the on the same boat. And meanwhile, Rapzon in the Haas has done a 1 minute 17.6. Zateki will cross the line. He'll set a 1 minute 17 flat. He goes into second fastest at the moment. Let's see here. We got Stroduzzi in the Red Bull. He'll be getting ready for what will be his first flying lap. Tell you what, we'll take advantage of the Red Bull. Give you a proper tour of the racetrack here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, as it makes its way around the chicane. And obviously, as you know from the news today, they are going to get rid of that chicane. I'm glad they are. Down the main straightaway. Yeah. Down the main straightaway towards turn 1. Let's see what kind of peak speed he will reach. 195 miles per hour as he reaches turn 1. Maybe missed the apex there through turn 1, but he gets the apex at turn 2. Maybe a little bit deep wide there. Now to turn 3, flats out, trying to pin the car as best he can. Up towards turn 4. And then we'll just flip the car back in the inside apex. 5th gear, very nicely done, finding as much traction as he can. Uses the outside curve there at turn 4. And now heading through turn 5. Hugs the inside apex there, keeps it at 4th. Now makes his way down towards turn 6. And then heading towards the critical turn 7 and 8. Very nicely done there. 5th gear, kept it pinned there on the curves. And then through the flat out turn 9. That corner, you gotta be very careful as well. And down the back straightaway. DRS wide open into the newly reprofiled turn 10. 4th gear, then short shifts up to 5th. Interesting. Don't normally see drivers going to 5th through that corner, but Stroduzzi does that. Through 12, now heading up towards turn 13. You'll bring it down to 4th. Short shift up to 5th at the exit of turn 13. Through the chicane, 3rd gear, short shift up to 4th. And then around the final corner comes the Red Bull. Will open the DRS, heads up to the line to set a 1 minute 16.856. He's now the second driver to get into the 1 minute 16.8.
Yeah, he is, as those times are tumbling down, but the midfield is kind of in the 17.3 to 17.4 kind of range. Obviously, the top 5 are not really split that much in the times, and yeah, it could be a lot more of a closer grid than we expected.
Yeah, well, right now they are separated by, let's see, the top 10, they're separated by about, what's that, maybe roughly 6 tenths, nearly 5.5 tenths at least. About close to 6.5. Still very respectful though. Actually, there was one more driver I actually have been familiar with, Patuka. He's another driver I've been familiar with in terms of like who I've lead raced in the past. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can pronounce this one. Zunin, I think the L is silent, but he does a 1 minute 17.568. Puts himself up to 11th.
Yeah, but these are, obviously, as you mentioned before, these are banker laps, so they're not obviously going to be the final times. that the drivers set. So they could come down, they could get a lot quicker. But obviously, stay tuned with us as 9 minutes left on the clock now, as most of the drivers will be coming back into the pits. I can't really see anybody going for a second run unless you haven't set a lap yet.
I do see Plate Tendo about to get ready for a second run. You have to remember too is that these drivers also have 3 soft tires and 1 set of mediums. Well, depending on what tire allocation they use. So, Plate Tendo looks like he'll be getting ready very shortly. So TK's about to get ready, it looks like, and Dutch coming through the first sector. He's up by 30 thousandths to the first sector. Out of turn 4, heading down towards turn. Excuse me, turn 5. Jeez, I had a voice crack there. Sorry. Through turn 6, up towards turn 7. 6 here, now brings it down to 5th as he uses the inside curve there at turn 9. Up towards turn 8, I should say. Now up towards turn 9. Opens the DRS, heads down the back straightaway. What's the clock going to say for him? He's up by just over about a 10th and 3/4 to the middle sector. He makes his way around turn 12. 4th gear short shifts up to 5th as he finds any traction he can. Then through 13, as the yellows are out, that's just for an Alpha Tauri, probably just slowing down, getting ready, I suppose. And around the final corner for Dutch. Opens the RS, heads to the line. Pulls in a 1:16.9. Patuka also goes to 3rd as well, with a 1:16.905. As he now parks his car on the left side of the track just to get out of the way of traffic.
Yeah, as we've got 2 drivers not set a lap yet, obviously with Blacked and Nels. Obviously, I believe Nels is actually a reserve for this tier, so would be normally in the Haas. The Dutchman, he's, I think, struggled with a lot of confidence the last few weeks and months. Obviously, I do know him quite well, and he'll be definitely looking to snatch any points and any positions that he can get on from this race.
Well, he puts himself up to 7. Not bad. 1:17.1. You can say that's his first lap. Blacks, unfortunately, hasn't validated his lap, so he'll have to try again. Tika, meanwhile, looks like he has improved. That is now being by the other half of, I think, of Rapson. I gotta get used to that. 1:17.196. Tico did a 1:17.3. So yeah, no, it's pretty close times. We got a few times in the high 16s, a few times in the low 17s. So like pretty respectful lap times so far. I do expect them to, I was gonna say go quicker, but we just now got that. Juan Lucas now goes to the top with a 1:16.818. He's now the 3rd driver to go into the 1:16.8s, and not only that, he's on pole position, for at least for now, by 0.04 of a second.
Yeah, he is, as the times will now start to tumble down as we've reached that 5-minute mark, and the drivers will be eagerly to get a track position where they can get the clean air, where nobody is around them. As I say that, one of the Williams, I believe, it's the one I can't pronounce, has gone the quickest with a 16.6. That is just over 2/10 quicker than who was in P2. As I say that, is that an Alpine or is that a Red Bull? It is a Red Bull. Too many blues on the grid.
I agree with that.
The Red Bull then puts it in the P2. The German has put it into P2. I think he's also new and recent to no assists. So to put it in a P2 on your first race of the season at the moment, not a bad qualifying session.
Not only that, that's very good indeed. Blacks will cross the line. He'll set a 1:19.1 to begin his first flying lap. So yeah, now we got 2 drivers into the 1:16.6s and separated by about 0.03 of a second. Sorry. Alright, so pretty much now everyone will go into the pits. I imagine all of them will... Sorry. I've been feeling under the weather since yesterday, so don't worry about that. But anyway, so yeah, everyone will come in the pits. Of course, get new tires, and they'll go out probably within less than 2.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. But yeah, no, so far it's been a very competitive grid, very close so far. Very respectful times I'm seeing. That's definitely for sure.
Yeah, it is, as I believe all the drivers except from Blacks is in, and I'm pretty sure Blacks will be disappointed with that lap time, as you said before, he has invalidated more than one lap, so maybe the setup isn't what he wanted it to bring to him, but yeah, it's not looking good for the American.
Well, he's still got time. He's got about 3:45 to go as it cuts the the chicane there, which, like I mentioned, will be gone, thankfully, for 2023, because that chicane. I don't know how you feel about the chicane, but I absolutely hate that chicane. It's to me the worst part of the track. It literally provides absolutely nothing. It just kills momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it pretty much what it does, well, from what I think, is that it pretty much kills, well, not kills, but like, it just makes or break your lap if you get it right or you get it wrong. So, yeah. But,
Yeah, no, I do think with that chicane gone, it's like Portugal. That final corner, it's just that sweeping right-hander. So you're kind of, it's just you can follow the car in front and pick up a better slipstream into the DRS, which, yeah, I think will be better for racing. The amount of times that final turn has been changed ceases to amaze me, because that's now, I think, the second or third that time that has been changed in the F1 season.
oh, Zuni goes off the circuit there. He lost the back end. He goes over doing a bit of rallycross, but it's okay. Yeah, he lost the back end there coming out of turn 2. Fortunately, though, he's still qualified, so he'll have time. He'll probably have plenty of fuel, I imagine. Robson, he's getting ready. Play Tendo, looks like, I think he's getting ready. Yes, he is. Curly in 8th. Patuka also getting ready. He's currently in 4th. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, Robson, he's making his way around turn 3, up towards the first sector split. What will the clock say? He's up by about 76 thousandths to the first sector. Playtender will be coming his way through turn 1 and 2 very shortly. Oh, I think that's Robson that has spun at the exit of turn 4. Yeah. Yep. Well, that's his lap definitely killed, unfortunately. But he's still got time. Hopefully he has enough fuel. If he does, then of course he'll make sure he'll do another lap. Just gotta hope those tires aren't really dead-ish. And I don't think Blast is gonna come out. Sorry. You were gonna go say something?
Oh,
Sorry.
No. I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, no, it just sounded like you were going to. Oh, you're good.
No.
No, you're good.
No, don't worry.
Oh, you're fine. No, I was gonna say Blacks is definitely not gonna come back out because he's definitely run out of time to get going for another lap. Patuka, meanwhile, he's up by 6 thousandths to the middle sector. The TK is down by 6 thousandths. Dutch Trick is coming through the first sector. Well, he just did go through the first sector. I didn't quite catch what it was. Jesler in the first sector, he's down by 9 thousandths to the first sector. As we got 45 seconds left here in qualifying. Patuka will cross the line to set a... Oh, he doesn't improve. He only stays 4th. 1 minute 16.922 is what he did on that lap. So TK is up by over a 10th, but he had a car on the left-hand side. I don't know if that may have distracted him. Here comes, I think, the Aston Martin of Jesler. Or at least, no, that might have been Tico. I take that back. As Blacks is retired, so he will start last. So TK, meanwhile, goes 3rd with a 1 minute 16.7, getting ahead of his teammate, who's now on a proper flying lap. Stroduzzi is up by 35 thousandths, as Aguedo is now going to get ready for his final flying lap, I should say, as the clock now hits triple zeros. Stroduzzi is now up by 79 thousandths. With that sort of time, he can definitely challenge for pole position, if he could do so. Aguedo.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No. Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, who the current pole sitter is actually a reserve driver. I've just double-checked the teams, and the FXR guy is actually a reserve. So, how he hasn't got a full-time seat at the moment, this might just be his one best track, I don't know. But well, it's very, very unique and very strange that a reserve can beat, should I say, 19 other potential full-time and reserve drivers in the first race. So yeah, full credit to him.
Well, he's definitely not going to improve on this lap. He must have messed up. Dutch, meanwhile, is up by over 2 tenths. So with that sort of improvement, he can challenge for at least the second row. But if he wants pole position, he needs to find one more tenth in this final sector. Around the chicane, heads up towards the final corner, hugs the inside, will cross the start-finish line, opens DRS, and it's a 1:16.8. He actually lost time. He lost a tenth through that chicane, unfortunately. So he goes to 5th. Jesler, meanwhile, goes to 6th with a 16.887. Look at the top 8, though, meanwhile. Separated by about 3.5 tenths. That is close. That's incredibly close.
Yeah, it is definitely close, as the grid has had the qualifying now set, and as FX are on for the pole, and that's a very crucial pole, because around here, as you said, it's not Belgium, but it is like Belgium or Japan. There's not a lot of overtaking, and where the overtaking is on the DRS. That's pretty much the only long straights you're going to get. So, and I believe that's down to turn 1, and I believe turn 9 and going into turn 10, which is the new reprofiled section. But it is FXR on pole, and I'll let you read through the rest.
Yeah, no worries. So, yes, we got Aguedo on pole position, followed by Straduzzi, that's to TK, Lucas, Duttrick, Jesler, Pataka, Neil Schindrick, Tico, Jimmy, Playtendo, Robzon, Bossy, Zuden, Gamer, Tristan, and Blacks will round off the rest of the grid. But yeah, no, top 10 though. Well, actually, 4.5 tenths actually between the top 10. That's still quite impressive. But yeah, no, that's very close indeed. Especially the first session. I mean, you can't expect that here in Spain. It typically does get close in qualifying, just because everyone knows this track very well. Alright, so while we're waiting, of course you know that the sponsor of PSGL is GT Omega. GT Omega is the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits, and improve your gaming setup with GTO. If you want to check it out, go check out the the link that's in the Discord, or I'll read out to you, www.gtomega.com.uk, and use the code PSGL at checkout for 5% off on GT Omega products. You can also follow them on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. GT Omega as GT Omega Racing. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, there's no formation lap. I guess we got 5 red lights here at Barcelona. I didn't think that was going to happen. And we are underway here at Barcelona. I was not expecting that, but there we go. As Aguedo gets a nice start there, heading towards the first corner. Pataka getting a nice start. He's up ahead of Dutch. Down to the first turn. Oh, a little bit of barging at Bain. The Alpines are side by side. Heading through turn 1, heading to turn 2. Pataka getting ahead of the Alfa Romeo. Lucas battling out at turn 3. Side by side as well, still between the two Alpines, making their way around turn 4. The Mercedes of Pataka trying to get involved, trying to take advantage of Zatike. He'll try to go to the outside. Can he make the move around turn 5? Not quite. Oh, and running wide there, that was Jesler in the Aston Martin, and contact between the two Aston Martins as well, Tico and Jesler. As now they make their way around turn 7 and 8, heading up towards turn 9. Oh, well, so far, apart from all that, yeah, everyone's gone through relatively fine. I wasn't expecting that. I thought there was going to be a formation lap, but I guess there wasn't.
Yeah, no, there's the reason why there's no formation lap, a sector 2, sector 3, showing yellow flags. I think it's still glitched and bugged with the temperatures of tyres, so I don't think any league, not even PSGL, run with the formation lap. So yeah, as they come across the line to complete the first lap, every driver still in the lobby, and no one has DNF. But everyone except from P8 Gamer onto the medium, on the hards. He's opting for the mediums. I suspect. Oh, Jimmy and Bossy having an open battle early doors on lap number 2. Really not fighting for points here, because obviously in the top 10 will score points, but the AlphaTauri open to getting past the Alpine, and I have been reading the chat in F8, Play Tendo and somebody else the whole way through qualifying was at 10 frames per second, so I wonder if there's an issue with either the lobby or the game in general.
Depending on what console they are as well. I mean, I know that's a common issue if you're on a PS4, but yeah. Or if crossplay is enabled, I know that's a thing. Oh dear, his gamer has another spin. He spun at turn 10 and now he's spun at turn 8. Meanwhile, Neil Sidrick battling out at turn 10, trying to get by the Aston Martin. He does into turn 11 and 12, gets out of him into 7th place. Very nicely done. As he now will get to the end of lap 2, heading into lap 3. Aguado separated by about nearly a second between himself and Stroduzzi, as he sets a new fastest lap with a 1 minute 21.2. But yeah, no, everyone I notice is on the hard compound tire, apart from HBA Gamer. So, of course, I think with the medium compound tire, I know they can go the distance. I think the mediums, well, if you're on the medium tire, I know. If you, let's say, start from mediums, go to hards, it's from lap 11 to 14 that you go from the mediums to the hards. So, I'm imagining for the hard runners, they'll pit somewhere around lap 14 to probably 18, I assume. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to see, as safety cars, virtual safety cars could happen between lap 3 and lap 11. So, but the drivers are still all quite close together, but Gamer is quite off the pace at the moment, 12 seconds behind, and yeah, maybe struggling on those mediums, as might have been a wrong strategy call.
Well, or maybe it's just he's still trying to get up to speed with no assist. If he is, well, that's understandable. I understand if, like, you're new to no assist, you do tend to struggle, which, I mean, it's not easy with these sort of cars. Oh, and a sideways there from Stroduzzi at the exit of turn 15 rather. As Aguado, man, he is really setting the bar there. Oh, as Neil Sidrick has spun at the exit of turn, oh, that's at the final quarter, actually. Oh dear, he's dropped all the way down to 15th place. He was at the top 10, now he's dropped down at least nearly 10 places. Oh dear, oh dear. Tico and Bossy at turn 1. Oh, contact between the two cars. As Bossy goes off the track, Tico goes to the inside of the Mercedes of Jimmy, heading towards turn 4. He doesn't have the momentum, no, he's not close enough, but there was contact, definitely, between the Aston and the AlphaTauri. Making the way through turn 4, Bossy now losing spots there. Well, he lost a spot, he could lose another, and he does, to Robson in 11th. He's now down to 12th. Neil Sidrick also gets by Blacks into turn 5, up to 14th. Alright, so we have DRS obviously enabled, so what Aguado, though, does need to do is to try to get a good run out of the chicane, or out of the final sector, rather, and try to break away from Stroduzzi so that he can't get DRS. So right now it's about 9 out of 10th, and now it's creeped up to a second. The DRS detection point is at the beginning of the final quarter, and it doesn't look like he got DRS. No, I don't think so, but Lucas does. But yeah, no, he's not going to be able to fight up Aguado with DRS. The one crucial bit, though, around here is that if you lose out on DRS, you're kind of a sitting duck in this game, from what I've noticed here, too. Well, from the times I've raced here on F1 22. It's very crucial if you're within DRS range.
Yeah, there is, as, yeah, I'm just riding on board. I think there's Blacks and Nels, yeah.
Yep, he's had a moment there. I'm guessing he was helped by Blacks, or did he do that to himself?
Yeah, I don't think he'd do that to himself. I think like I said, I think it's more of a confidence issue. And obviously, not racing as much as he would like to. But I'm sure, coming to the middle of the season, he will be picking up those results, as he is only a reserve, I believe. So we won't be seeing him that much, but hopefully when he does race, it will be in better circumstances than being in P16.
Yeah, and then of course, I've noticed that this calendar for PSGL, it's not a very big calendar, is it? It's about 11 rounds from what I've noticed. It's quite a short calendar compared to what I'm used to in other leagues. I mean, it's whatever. I know that that's a common thing in PSGL. Hang on a minute, there's Tico and Jimmy. Well, Tico got by Jimmy there, I believe, with the 8 of DRS. He's now moved himself into 9th. Yeah, because we got only like 11 rounds in this sort of championship. Yeah, so any sort of finishing here will be crucial. So yeah, you gotta like have a good. It seems like you gotta have a good race, regardless, no matter how big the calendar is. Well, how short the calendar is, rather, I guess. Well, meanwhile, the top 3 are separated by just about nearly 2 seconds. They've pretty much broken away from TK, who is the next car behind. He's down by 3.6 to his teammate.
Yeah, no, oh, no. Yeah, no, as Pachuca in that Mercedes is going to put pressure on the DET driver in the Alpine. Is that a Williams? That is an Alpine, yeah.
It's an Alpine.
Yeah, yeah, a pink Alpine. Should we say, oh, Sector 2, that's Nels. I think there could be a retirement incoming. Hopefully it's not on track. He knows he's a very good driver. I'm pretty sure he'll, if he wants to retire, he'll do that in the pits. But yeah, Pachuca is kind of the man in the hunt at the moment. The Finland, the Finnish driver, he's not finished as a driver. He's from Finland. That must get confusing.
I get your point.
Yeah, he's kind of in the prime position to really attack that podium kind of spot, but that Alpine doing everything right at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much the TK just trying to hold his ground as much as he possibly can. But Patuka just can't find a way by. I mean, you could see, too, you got a little bit of a train for it as well, from the TK leading all the way down to, looks like, Robson down at 12th, or at least close to that, because, well, I mean, Bossa is a little bit ways back of him, back of Jimmy. Alright, so Aguedo is separated by 1 second still. He's kept in marginal between himself and Stroduzzi. Let's see if Stroduzzi could get DRS. It's about over a second. Oh, no, he does not. He's not. I don't think Lucas will get DRS either, because he was just over a second as they went over the chicane. And yeah, no, he doesn't have DRS. Well, let me see the battery life real quick. Oh, where was that? There you go, silly me. So at the moment, Aguedo he's got 62% compared to Stroduzzi, who has 36, and Lucas has 19. Oh, yellows. I'm guessing that might be Neil again in the Haas.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think he may be struggling. Yeah, he's gone for another spin. Either those hards are too hot, or he must have some form of game issue, because he spun again.
Well, yeah,
so,
that turned 13.
I'm not sure.
Could be possible that also he may have had his tire pressures a little bit too high. I know that's a thing as well in this game, where if you have your max tire pressures, you can't do that because it will overheat your tires so badly. But I don't think he's... Well, if he was on max pressures, I think we would have seen him struggle a little bit more beforehand. I think it's just really him just struggling in general. He's gone into the pits, so I'm guessing he must have suffered some damage, or at least I don't know if he'll retire. But anyway, he's gonna get lapped. Meanwhile, Stroduzzi though had. Oh wait, what? Well, I thought he had DRS. I guess he must have closed it and then decided not to go for the move on Aguedo. Interesting, because he was about 3/10 behind him. I'm surprised he didn't go for any sort of move. Yeah, fair enough. I don't normally see that. And there's Neil just getting out of the way, of course, of traffic. Very, very good sportsmanship. Of course, that is a rule, I think, in any league. I'm pretty sure in PSGL, even if Ghost Seat is on, you have to obey the blue flags, regardless. I mean, it's a bit of a rule in Formula 1, of course. And, oh, Tristan, I think, is in the moment. Yes, he has. At the exit of turn 2, leading into turn 3 from the McLaren. He gets all the way down to 15th. Not a great day for Fry and McLaren at the moment. near towards the bottom. But still a long race to go. Only got about 24 more laps.
Yeah, as Nels goes on to the medium compound quite earlier than what normal. Oh, as Pachuca, I think, has had a moment because he's falling down the order. No, he hasn't. He's just been overtaken.
Well, he only lost 2 places. I'm assuming he probably had a moment coming through turn 12. As Aguero sets another fastest lap with a 120.6, improving his fast lap by over a tenth. As Neil goes back into the pit lane for the way it looks.
Yeah, I think that is going to be
a
retirement. It is.
Oh, it's a safety car. What? Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Has he crashed?
Did he
crash to the pit?
I'm not sure.
How on earth do we have a safety car? What? That happened as soon as he got into the pit lane. He had a 5-second penalty for speeding. He retired, and then all of a sudden a safety. What? I've never seen that before. That's a first for me. Well, McLaren's are going into the pits. New front wait for Tristan. Obviously, Gamer will probably get off of those mediums. I've never seen that. That's crazy. Well, alright, well, we've got our first safety car. For whatever reason. I know there's a commentator I know, a little funny story, there's a commentator I know, who's Australian, but anytime he commentates a race, for whatever reason, if it's a Haas that destroys their front wing, a safety car randomly comes out for that race. In this case, we had a Haas that goes into the pit lane, retires, and then somehow causes a safety car.
Yeah, I think that's a little suspicious. I think that might be to do with a glitch. There's no way he's DNF'd before the pits.
No, because he also was coming into the... He also was moving when he was going through the pit lane. Blake Tender decides to stay out, so he'll go on for a little bit on those hards. Everyone else, meanwhile, behind is coming in for a set of mediums. Yeah, or unless... Because I noticed he had a 5-second penalty for speeding. I wonder if maybe he hit the wall, got damaged in the pit lane, and then that's probably what triggered the safety car.
Yeah. Just reading the chat, he thinks that the safety car came out before he was in the pits. So somebody else has either triggered it, or the safety car just wanted a bit of the action. You know, it wanted Bert Mylander wanted a bit of the race, you know. He wanted that, you know, to be in first.
I have a suspicion it might have been from Tristan when he broke his front wing. Because I have seen this happen before where, anytime you slam your car into the wall, for whatever reason, the safety car will still come out. Regardless of where the debris is. Whether it's on the racing line or not. I have a suspicion that's what happened. Because like you said, it definitely wasn't the Haas. I was thinking maybe he just had damage in the pit lane as he was entering, but then I think, no, Tristan did have damage, so yeah, that's probably what really triggered it. Well, regardless, it's gonna bring the field all back up again. So there were 2 drivers that did not pit under the safety car, and that was Playtendo and Blacks, who are 1st and 10th right now. Everyone else, though, is on the set of mediums, apart from Gamer down at 16th place, who's on a set of hards. Now Blacks goes into the pit lane. So he'll get onto a set of medium compound tires, bolts it onto the car, and away goes the Ferrari. He should be able to come out at least ahead of one of the McLarens at least. So he'll be in 15th, I think.
Yeah, it's quite, I think, a strategy for Blacks to do, because everybody has wasted a lap or 2 on these new mediums. He's going to have the freshest tyre, and if anybody makes a mistake in front of him, he's going to go, yep, thank you for that position, and he's got free position. So, yeah, very a very good strategy so far from the QRT driver.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, let's see. If you think about the drivers that did pit under the safety car, they'll have, like, initially first, they'll have to do about 24 laps on those mediums. Which I don't think is impossible, but the tires definitely will not be feeling good towards the end. That's the only thing I can say. Alright, so we got a Williams 1-2 with Playtendo leading, but he has yet to box as the safety car comes in. Aguilera will be in second. Then Straduzzi, Lucas, Dutch, Jesler, Zatike, Pataka, Bossi, Robzon, and then Tico, Jimmy, Zunin, Tristan, Blacks, and then Gamer. That's currently right now your order as it stands. We had a retirement from Neil Cindric because he decided to retire in the pit lane after being a lap down and struggling. Alright, we'll get back under green very shortly here. So, Playtendo will control the field. We'll see when the Williams driver goes. I probably imagine he'll probably get going at the final corner. There we go. We're back on the green flag racing here in Barcelona. It's Playtendo now that leads the field right now, and he's just waving about. That's because of not trying to defend. That's really just to get temperature into those tires because they are super cold. Through turn 1 into turn 2. I do imagine, though, that the Williams car behind him will probably want to get by, obviously, since he's on the freshest set of tires. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. Oh, no, not quite. Oh, it's tied between the two Williams in turn 4. And here comes Aguedo to the outside. Contact between the two Williams cars into turn 5. Now Aguedo gets ahead. He's up into it, back into the lead of the race. Did not make it look easy, though, but didn't seem like it seems like some teammates are really getting their elbows out against one another, from what it looks like.
Yeah, it is, and this is a great, strong race so far for the Williams, currently in P1 and P2, and I think Playtendo is definitely in a position where he is thanking the racing gods that he has a teammate that is in P1 at the moment. He might be only a reserve, but that's good points for Williams.
Yeah, well, he's also doing a good job of at least holding in the field because he's already got a 1 second margin and sets a new fastest lap with a 1 minute 19.9. Does a bit of weaving, I noticed there, going down the main straight for some reason. Straduzzi, meanwhile, overtakes him. Overtakes him like it was nothing, pretty much. I mean, that's fair enough since it. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm wondering maybe like they were just communicating with each other. I'm guessing these two must know each other. Because yeah, he must have told him like, "Hey, just go to the inside. I won't fight you." At least that's what it looked like to me. All right, so pretty much.
Yeah. Oh no, after you.
Oh, you're fine, dude. All right, so now pretty much he's just holding up Lucas right now, who's currently in 4th. Well, provisionally he'll be 3rd. Well, everyone will move up a spot once Playtendo goes into the pits. Right now he is literally a pit stop behind. So, yeah, this is a interesting strategy from the Williams car, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see what he does. I mean, he'll have to box very soon. I probably would imagine he'll box in the next couple of laps. But when he does, he'll drop all the way down to last. But not only that, he'll lose time to the pack of cars. As we now begin lap 15 of 33. Now DRS is re-enabled, and Straduzzi sets a new fastest lap, this time with a 119.8.
Yeah, as they come on to lap number 15 of 33, pretty much near to halfway. Two Williams pretty much going to be taking maximum points here, as that for Red Bull, and he said Ferrari, Red Bull of Truzzi is in P2, and I'm pretty sure the Williams pair won't be happy that there's a Red Bull in between them, as Lucas is closing up to the German of Playtendo in that Williams, so Playtendo might be struggling on those hards.
Well, and also in fairness too, he's also dealing with drivers that are on fresh set of medium, so of course they'd be at least quicker, obviously. Alright, so Down the inside goes Lucas. He gets by the Williams. Oh, but the Williams goes for a switchback into turn 10. Tries to fight him around the outside to turn 12. Definitely can't do so. He doesn't really have the grip to defend against the Alpine. So now he moves up into third. But I bet Lucas wouldn't be too pleased, though, with Playtendo though holding him up, because now he's down by 1.4 seconds to Stroduzzi. As Patuka now overtakes the TK. Sorry about that. Just to interrupt you there. Oh, the two are still fighting one another. Oh, that's so close between the Alpine and the Merc. Didn't really give him much room from what it looked like. Patuka though manages to stay ahead. Goodness me. They were... Oh, no. Oh, dearie me, Patuka has lost it at the around turn 3. He's dropped down to 13. Probably make that 40th as Tristan's coming to the outside. Tries to hold off at least. Tristan will have the inside heading to turn 5. Oh, that's quite tight. Patuka though stays ahead, at least for now. Or will he? Heading towards turn 7 and 8. Still somewhat side by side. Oh, he just gets in front. There you go. Patuka manages to stay. Oh, but he nearly loses again. Oh, gee whiz. That, okay. Well, Tristan backed out of that, I guess. And Patuka just nearly killed himself going through turn 9.
Yeah, as it's looking like the Alfa Romeo of Dutch Tricky might be eyeing up the Williams as yeah, I think it might have been the wrong call for Playtendo to stay out.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was Zatika going past Tico there at turn 1. That's for 7th place. Blacks also, as you just saw, got a 3-second time penalty. That's for multiple warnings. He's our first driver to now get a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, that's a big ouch as well. Alright, so Stroduzzi, he's marginally there with a DRS. He's about under a second. He should be able to get DRS as they now make their way down the back straight. He's got DRS up, he'll try to close up if he can. Of course, he won't be close enough to attack, but he closes up by just about, well, about nearly a 10th, and then, yeah, just about nearly a 10th. Playtendo still trying to hang on. He's still hanging on at least. Fair credit to him in 4th, as Patuka now overtakes Blacks. That Alfa Romeo, they'll probably want to get by quickly. Playtendo continuing to stay out. See if he can maybe line up an overtake on Lucas. On to lap 18 of 33 here at Barcelona. He's got DRS. He's closed in on the Alpine. Closing in. Not quite close enough to attack. Oh, yellows. That's Blacks. At the exit of the final corner, he's gone onto the gravel trap. Doing a little bit of rallycross as Tico now overtakes Jimmy and Robson. And Dutch now gets... Oh, well, he's trying to overtake the Williams heading to turn 4. Heading towards turn 5. Now he gets in front. Now that should be a sigh of relief there for the Alfa Romeo. He's now up into 4th. Next time for him will be Lucas in the Alpine. As Robson now gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, as it's looking like, I think Playtendo might be wanting to make a pit very soon. Could he be going on the softs? He could really try and stretch this because not many people are moving past him, as Jesler is eyeing up that move. He's 2 tenths behind, and it might be a bit dangerous to be going where he is at the moment, because it can cause an incident.
Yeah, that's their sector. Definitely not really much of an overtaking spot. Definitely not to that chicane, obviously. Alright, DRS open, of course, but Jesler's got a little bit of straight line speed. Doesn't what it looked like. He's going to the inside. Oh, contact too between the Williams and the Aston. He tried to go for a move down the inside, just couldn't work. He used up whatever resources he had in that Aston Martin. But yeah, You probably have a good point. He probably is trying to stretch to the softs, hopefully to pray for a safety car. I would assume it's probably what he's actually thinking of doing. Meanwhile, the battle between the top two are separated by 1.1 seconds. It's been that way for a while, though, between Stroduzzi and Aguedo. But yeah, it doesn't seem like they broke it away from each other. It's just been separated by just a second, or just slightly over it, or slightly under it. As Patuka now gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That must have happened at turn 9, I think.
Yeah, it must have, as it's looking like there's a massive train going to be happening behind Playtendo very soon. As Gamer picks up a penalty, Playtendo does decide to pit, and I suspect that's going to be one hell of a comeback if he can make it. Sector 2-3 yellow flags. Sector
2-3 yellow flags, that's for blacks. As Gamer always crashed at the final corner as well. His car is on the inside on the grass. And we're not going to have a safety car from the way it looks, but for the way it looked, he must have lost at the final corner. And yeah, just slammed into the right side wall, the pit wall. So yeah, he now becomes our second retirement. Interesting, no safety car from that McLaren, who literally died on the racetrack, but we got one for one that destroyed the front wing. Yeah, Codemasters, please make up your mind.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, so as I believe they go through turn 9 and turn 10, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a comeback for Playtendo, because he is now down in P14. Obviously, two guys in front of him have penalties, so that's going to help him a little bit, but he is on now the freshest mediums in town, they might as well say, or in this race as well, as he's going to now got 13 laps to get through 13 drivers. That's a driver a lap, just around about that. So yeah, he's got a lot of work to do, as Jesler is looking on the back of that Alpine with Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas is also trying to fight against Dutch. Try to stay with him if he can. This is the battle for the final podium spot. Of course, as we do not see them have drive-through penalties. Don't have any penalties, so of course this is a genuine fight for position here between the three cars. Well, we also do have a battle for 6 still brewing as well. A little bit of a train led by Zatike. He's got Bossy, Tico, Jimmy, and Robson. Well, I mean, this is technically, you do see here Barcelona. It's got that Barcelona factor. You just have separate sort of packs of trains or whatever or not. It's kind of pretty much what we're seeing here in this sort of race. Oh, yellow flags again. That is for blacks again. This time spinning out at turn 2. But he gets the car going again for his sake. Well, even with all those errors, at least he's trying his best. I will give him credit for that. Alright, Lucas, what are you going to do here? He's about 6 tenths back of Dutch. He's got DRS. But doesn't use any battery, as you can see. No, well, he's got somewhat some resources. He's got maybe about 25% of resources. Not close enough, obviously, to attack. Patuka, that explains why Zanunen's going into the pit lane. But yeah, Storm, I think we've now reached the point of what Barcelona is in terms of its reputation here.
Yeah, it is kind of now where if you were on the 2-stop strategy, you would make the pit stop. And I believe somebody has got on for a second medium compound. Surprised they didn't go for the softs, but I think they don't last very long here. So yeah, not a good day in the office for Ferrari. And yeah, maybe they're trying to figure out what plan to go on, as I believe there's a Sector 3 yellow flag.
That's black.
Might be blacks.
Yeah, it's blacks again. He spotted the pit lane and now he's going in. 5-second penalty for swell for him, and well, he's had enough. He now becomes our 3rd retirement of the race, so now we're down to 14 cars. But as you mentioned as well, the top 10 will score points here at PSGL, so pretty much if you can, just score as best you can. Like I mentioned too as well here at PSGL, it is quite a short calendar. It's 11 rounds, of course. If I could get that up as well, I'll read you through that as well. So yeah, we got Singapore, we got France, we got Austria, Azerbaijan, China. Okay, interesting. That's the first league I've actually seen use China. Mexico, Bahrain, Hungary, Brazil, and Portugal as the final round. Interesting. Yeah, alright. So we've got Portugal as the final round. Oh no, his Dutch has left the session. Oh, that's going to really hurt him. Jesler also overtook Lucas, I just noticed too, but oh dear. So Dutch is really going to lose time here. Matter of fact, he'll also lose places. There goes the Aston Martin. Pretty soon the Alpine will get by as well. Oh, hopefully he can join back, but that is so unfortunate. Fight for the podium, and well, he's definitely not going to be fighting for that now, from the way it looks. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the Alfa Romeo. Hopefully he can get in quite quickly, as the top three, I think, are going to go for another set of mediums. This could be quite interesting, because has Playtendo done an absolute masterclass, because he's still on the fresh mediums, and everybody else is having to make a second stop. So he's going to jump up some positions, as Dutch Tricky has rejoined the session, and I hope that his car has pit. Luckily, it's put him on the medium compound.
Well, because of that two-stop, Playtendo is now behind Jesler, and Jesler has to get those tires up to temperature, of course. Playtendo has obviously those tires all up to temp. They're only 4 laps old. As you saw the timing screen there, just go for a bit of a blink there. That's obviously because Dutch has now rejoined the session and in his car. Okay, I didn't think that actually would be... I've seen it happen before where they actually stretch it for over 24 laps if that would have been the case. I've seen that happen before, but okay. Well, fair enough if you want to go for a two-stop. Right now it's an Alpine 1-2 then. So we got Lucas leading, then it's Bossy, then Tico. Jimmy and Robson and Pataka. They are still going to keep going on those medium compound tires. Oh, Tico spun at the chicane. He's now dropped down to 6th. Just making a crucial error there.
Yeah, as it's looking like Dutch Tricky has fallen all the way back down to P13, but he is going to be on fresh tyres. So it's now, I think, going to be a sprint kind of race for most of the drivers, as Playtendo hasn't moved up as much as I thought he would. Maybe his laps after pitting weren't as quick as what he wanted, but he is eyeing up P10. He would get points if he could get past Jesler.
Yeah, that's true. And also depending what happens with the top 7, if they do decide to pit. Well, right now, we did see their actuator overtake Pawtucket on the main straightaway. So, you got the top 6 right now on old mediums. Bossy overtaking ZTK. That's at turn 12 that happened. Down the inside. Moves himself up into 2nd place. Right, so let's see what happens here with the leaders. Do they come in? Nope, Lucas is going to carry on for another lap. Bossy? Nope. Jimmy? Nope. Robson? Nope. Tico does blink. He's coming in. He is now going to go on to a set. I probably would imagine a set of either mediums. Well, he could pit for softs. Could they do maybe 8 laps? They could do so, I think. Nope, it's a set of yellow stripe medium compound tires that he's going on to. Alright, so it's now just the top 5 that have yet to pit. Well, if they do decide to do so. Or they could try to keep going with these tires that they've got. But they've got to do at least another 8 laps, which is a bit of a... Like I said, it's a stretch, but I don't think it's impossible. But like I said, those tires are definitely not going to be... Not really in their favor there towards the end.
No, they won't be, and I suspect Tristian's, Pachuca, and the top 5, their tyres are going to be screaming at them to get them off, as I wouldn't be surprised if they are the guys to pit, but they will leave it late here to make any form of a comeback, especially the top 5, as Robson has got a penalty, so yeah, it's looking like a tricky day at the office for a few of the drivers.
Oh, jeez. Where's my phone? I don't know who you are there. Sorry, my phone was going off. Alright, so, right now we've got Bossy right now battling out with Jimmy for 3rd place. For right now. It's at LP1-2 at the moment. They're looking good, but can they get to the end on those tires, though, if they decide to keep going? Well, right now, if they do pit, they're going to be a long, long way back. That's for sure. Like, they'll probably be... let's see. The gap between... Let's see. He'll be coming out, I think, in 12th. Lucas, if he decides to pit. Or at least the rest of the leaders would come out around there. But it doesn't look like he's going to pit. He's going to go for another lap. Fair enough.
Yeah, as it's looking like the top 5, I think, are now going to have to hold out until the end now. But I don't think pitting would benefit them at all. They would drop out the points, so it's kind of game on for one Lucas, and yeah, he's got that 1 second gap, but he's in a bit of a better situation because everyone P2 to P5 have all got the same tyre life as him, so he's got that bit of a gap to the Williams in P6.
Oh, Schmitz has picked up a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings there. Well, he's down 12, so he's out of the points anyway. So, yeah, it's still a bit of a blow. All right, so currently the gap between Aguedo and Robson is about 3 seconds. Right now, Aguedo is in a position to overtake him, thanks to Robson's penalty. So, he could still try to get 5th, but if he does catch up to this field, it's going to be very difficult, I imagine, for him to pass, because they're all stuck in the line of stern of a DRS train. Well, definitely not for Jimmy and Bossy. They got DRS, but they're side by side. Heading up towards turn 1. We're on board with the Mercedes. You'll have the inside line for 1. Oh, more contact again between the two cars. Not the first time I've seen these two make contact. Jeez, these these guys are really not afraid to get their elbows out. Jeez.
No, I don't think they are. I think it's also because it's first race. They're all trying to figure out what the pecking order is. You know, who wants to be the championship leader. But it's gone from 2 Williams leading to the 2 Alpines now leading. Could this be a day where Williams have ruined their own strategy?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Aguedo, though, I think he's still in a contention to win this. He's got fresh set of tires, and now he's caught up to the back of this train. So yeah, he's gonna have to do everything he can if he wants to get by. Well, obviously get by these cars in front, which obviously won't be easy because if you're stuck in the back of this DRS train, as yellow flags are out, that's for Tico spinning out at turn 9. As Zuda gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Well, here comes the Williams. Right behind with a Haas with DRS. He actually closes up, uses a bit of battery, pulls to the right-hand side. Yeah, and the Haas really just doesn't fight him. Yeah, he just lets him through. Jesler now overtaking Pataka at turn 1 as well, thanks to DRS. Alright, so Aguedo, he's got now 4 more cars to get by if he wants to take this race win. His next target for him will be Bossy in the AlphaTauri. You can see the difference as well. The difference on the fresh mediums to the old mediums. He's got more traction, more grip. Oh, and a bit of contact as well. Runs into the back of the AlphaTauri. Hanging around turn 9. Gets a lot of good exit speed there. Pulls to the right hand side. And he now makes that done. He's up into 4th. Gets him around the outside. Alright, next target probably Jimmy. He's the next driver he has to try and get by. Tries to get himself another 3-second time penalty. Through the chicane. Oh. A little awkward there. Yellows are out again. That's for Tico spinning out again at turn 9. As wow. Look at Jimmy's straight line speed. He literally pulls away from the Williams. And they both had DRS, so he's got definitely lower weights compared to the Williams. That's for sure.
Yeah, it does look like it is going to be Lucas that is going to take this race win. And maybe the two-stop strategy didn't work today for pretty much most of the grid.
Oh, bit of contact between Jimmy and Aguirre. I would say it's over just quite yet. We've still got 2 laps to go. Round the outside, he gets by the Mercedes. He's now up into 3rd. Now he's got the 2 Alpines to get by. So, pretty much if Lucas wants to win this, TK has got to play the team role and be the widest Alpine in human history. Alright, here we go. Around turn 12. Up towards turn 13. He is really close. Oh, I was on board with the wrong car. Around the chicane, heading up towards turn 16, the final quarter. The TK will get DRS, but Aguilera is all over the back. And again, just like we saw with Jimmy, the TK just breezes by. Well, just leaves him in the dust. So yeah, it seems like Aguilera is running more wing compared to a few of these cars behind, behind and in front. And here he goes down the inside of turn 3. Now he gets the move done. Or at least he's trying to. Now he gets the move done. He's now up into 4th. Alright, one more driver to get by, and that's the Alpine of Lucas. Lucas is going to have to do everything he can to defend. He's got 21 lap-old mediums compared to 8 lap-old mediums behind. That's definitely not going to be easy, that's for sure. After turn 9, heading down towards turn 10. DRS open for Aguilera. Cannot find a way by. Stroduzzi overtaking Jimmy at turn 10, around the outside. Gets by the Mercedes-Benz. He's up into 4th place. Alright.
The final lap is fastly approaching us as
Aguilera's close.
Williams is going to go for it, I think.
He's got DRS. There's no barrier for the Alpine. He pulls to the right-hand side. Can he make the move done here to turn 1? Yes, he can. He now moves back into the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. The two-stop strategy has worked for Aguilera. As yellow flags are out, that's for Zuden. A brilliant strategy call there by the Williams driver. On the fresh set of medium compound tires, he made it all work. He's now up to the lead. Stroduzzi overtakes one of the Alpines for 3rd. Can he get by Lucas? Well, we'll have one more DRS zone to get through. Heading through turn 7 and 8, up towards turn 9. The gap hovering just about under a 10th and a half. Here he goes to the right hand side, and Lucas just doesn't fight it. Oh, but a tank slapper there from the Red Bull. He caught it well though, at least. Jeez, that could have been disastrous. But what it wasn't disastrous was Aguilera's drive. Absolute superb driving. He looked like he was pretty much the class of the field almost. Kept it well in control. He'll take the checker flag, and he'll win the Spanish Grand Prix. Stroduzzi will take 2nd, and Lucas will just hang on to 3rd. But not a bad result for Alpine, 3rd and 4th. Jimmy 5th, followed by Bossi, Jesler, Platendo, Yeah, after staying out for that long on the hards, he should have pitted a little bit sooner, I imagine. Dutch in ninth, followed by Robson. But yeah, bad luck for Dutch as well. What could have been for him if he didn't lag out of the session. Robson will finish on the final point scoring spot. Then it's Sunan, Pataka, Tristan, and we'll wait for Tico, who does have fastest lap. Do you get fastest lap in PSGL if you're outside the top 10?
No, I think you have to be in the top 10. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to say yes or no, but I'm pretty sure the last time I checked it was inside the top 10, like it was normal F1.
Okay.
But it is a Williams day here in the PSGL F8. CPI Bossy gets the driver of the day. I think pretty much we could hand it to anyone that was doing the one stop, because they did pull off a good result, especially the two Alpines as they get ready for the celebration. As we will end here within probably in the next couple of minutes. But don't forget to also check out PSGL on YouTube, and don't forget to comment, like, subscribe as well, and check out all the other PSGL tiers, as I believe the top tier of PSGL, which is PSF1 with Jess and Car Mentalist, will be also live on the channel, and also you can watch all your favourite esports stars, including Jana Watmir and the others as well. And from what we can see here, it is definitely a happy camp in the Williams.
Yep. Aguero taking victory in his home race. Claiming victory here by 1.4 seconds over Shoduzzi. Lucas claims third, followed by Zatike, Jimmy, Bossy, Jesler, Playtendo, Dutch, Robson, Zunin, Tristan, Tico, Blacks, and then HBA Gamer and Neil Stindrick. Unfortunately, were the retirees from the session, but yeah, like like Storm King did mention, we do have more racing to come. I'm pretty sure we got more coming right now as we speak, especially for F1, the top tier here in PSGL. That's going to be going on, so be sure to tune in for that. Well, also, if you did enjoy the stream, be sure to like and subscribe to PSGL for more content, and then also be sure to give them a follow on Twitter and a follow on Instagram. Well, I think with that, Storm King, I think we're going to wrap this all up. Thank you very much, though. It was nice to meet you as well for the very first time. Yeah. I had a good time, at least, here at PSGL. It was actually pretty cool. I can definitely see the quality of driving for sure. Looks very promising indeed. But
yeah, it does.
Yeah. Alright then, we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I've been KD1997. We will see you for round 2 of the championship here on F8 at the Marina Bay Street Circuit for the Singapore Grand Prix. And I hope, to the racing gods wherever they are, that it doesn't rain. Because I hate wet weather racing at Singapore. It will be a long one if it is. Until then, it is goodbye.